Imagine it's Sunday, and it's been an extremely long week, and I still have grocery shopping to do. But luckily for me, I love grocery shopping. I grab my keys off the counter, I hop into my truck, and I drive down to my store. As I walk into my store, I pick the freshest, most local produce. And, oh, by the way, Brandon, my favorite produce clerk, is always there to help. As I continue to do my grocery shopping, I walk to the meat department. Harvey, my personal butcher, is there to greet me and ask me if there's anything else that I need in order to complete my dinner tonight. But there's one thing missing. Between my busy work schedule and my busy school schedule, wouldn't it be amazing if my store could offer an online shopping experience and have it delivered to my door? Today, you will reevaluate your resources on how you will deliver groceries from your stores to their door. It is my pleasure to introduce our team. We are Store to Door. My name is Brittany Fouts, and I am with Ralph's Grocery Company. We have Mark Kitzman with Farmer John Foods, Omar Lopez with Cacique Incorporation, Brian Sabunis with Unified Grocers, Brock Stokes with Stokes Marketplace, and Yelena Young with Rayleigh's. The last mile is the most inefficient and the most expensive. Some of these inefficiencies are delivering to rural areas as well as delivering to congested areas. The last mile, if you were to choose to deliver your groceries from their stores to their door, that last mile is extremely expensive, and it can have expenses such as vehicles, gas, and labor. 53% of logistical costs are impacted by that last mile. In fact, in 2021, it is estimated that the total online forecast for shopping, it will be $958 billion. 31% of those items are items that we actually have in our stores today. That is an incremental sell of $297 billion. So today, you need to decide how you will reevaluate your resources, create a shopping online for your customer, and a delivery service that will complement your business model. So fasten your seatbelts, folks, as we drive you through how we will overcome the inefficiencies of that last mile.
So, do you offer to your customers a way to order product online and have it delivered? If not, why? There's an ever-increasing demand for online shopping and home delivery. And grocery retailers have an existing competitive advantage for online order delivery. Your current store locations make for a perfect, decentralized, online distribution hub. You've built relationships in these communities for years and have many loyal customers, and they trust the products you carry. Many of them live within 3 miles of your store's location, thus creating for a shorter delivery window of online orders. So consider setting up your store as a decentralized online distribution hub, along with your regular retail operations, to address your customers' various needs. Now let's watch this video.
The volume of e-commerce orders is growing rapidly. Rising traffic levels, pollution, and increasing customer demands, however, are making the delivery process increasingly difficult. Customers expect their goods to arrive ever faster and within increasingly specific time windows. The current traditional delivery model is only partially suitable for the changing environmental conditions. In order to meet customer demands, the solution is a greater number of small, decentralized hubs close to customers. To meet these logistical challenges, particularly in the last part of the delivery process, we have to find new ways and apply innovative thinking.
So now imagine a new online shopper who has filled out their personal profile and selected which store they want to have their groceries delivered from for online orders. They submit their order, and a recently retrained employee, who's now a personal shopper, handpicks that order, selecting the best meats and the freshest produce, fills that order, and has it delivered to the customer. It can get delivered to the customer within as little as 30 minutes due to the proximity of their home to your store within as little as 3 miles from the store. Your competitive advantage. So imagine your competition that may have a centralized online distribution center, 50, 60, 70 miles away from the customer. Once the order gets submitted and filled and delivered, it could be 2 to 3 hours. Your delivery window is as little as 30 minutes due to the proximity of your store to the customer's home. Your competitive advantage. We highly recommend that you utilize your stores as decentralized online distribution hubs to address your customers' needs and deliver product to their door. We will now go over 3 different delivery methods for you to consider to address the last mile. First, third-party logistical experts. Second, air drones. And third, robotic delivery vehicles. We will now go over third-party logistical experts.
The CEO of Amazon once said, "One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out of it." Being in such a competitive market like the food industry can sometimes feel as if we're in that tight box Jeff Bezos is referring to. We've had the competition come at us from all directions, whether it be from the classic hot dog stand on the corner or all the way to the convenience stores, the gas stations, the restaurants, the fast foods, to the multiplying amount of supercenters and grocery stores like us. Now recently, over the last few years, we've seen an increase in demand in online shopping and home delivery. In fact, it is projected that by 2025, the online channel will have 20% of the grocery market share. Our research shows the 3 major players who are making this happen. Peapod, coming at number 1 at only a 6.3% market share. Fresh Direct at an estimated 4.9%, and then Amazon at only a 2%. Now, what does this say to us? If these are the major players in this market, and that is all the market share that they have, that means this market is highly fragmented, and there's a lot of potential for growth. These players, along with many others, are in it to win it. They are looking to grow. So, instead of having that tight box become even tighter, let's think outside of it. Who are the logistical experts? Who's been doing this for the longest time? As I mentioned, Peapod with others. Also, Postal Service, UPS, FedEx. Now, what would it look like to collaborate with these companies and combine your core strengths with theirs? Become partners. Through sharing this expertise, it will make online shopping more achievable and cost-effective for the retailer like yourself. You need to choose one of these logistical experts that will best complement your business model and brand appearance and become partners. Now, over the last decade, technology has been an integral part in how we live our daily lives. We have it on our watch. And now with the touch of a button, you can have any answer you want. That's how I got through college. Just kidding. Not really. However, as customer expectation increases for on-time delivery, you must embrace the full potential of technology to better serve your future customer in that last mile. Let us walk you through the innovative solution on how air drones could be your answer.
Air drones were introduced to the world in 2001. Now, the real question here is, why haven't we implemented drones in the US? Unfortunately, the FAA has rules and regulations in which the operator has to be within sight and cannot exceed 400 feet in altitude. Now, we hope the FAA comes with reasonable regulations so we can implement this technology in the next 5 years to better serve our customers. Although we cannot use drones today, we shouldn't write them off just yet. Imagine if we can have our groceries delivered from your store to our customer's door. Other countries are doing it. Whether it was Chipotle collaborating and delivering their first burrito to Virginia Tech campus, or Domino's Pizza utilizing drones to deliver their first pizza, it was all that anyone could talk about. Currently, Europe is utilizing drones in rural areas to deliver product from the store to the customer's door. As drones travel to speeds of 45 miles an hour, they're also less labor intense. The price ranges between $1,000 and $2,500. They also reduce the carbon footprint as they are battery operated. Now, folks, don't be disappointed just yet. Let us walk you through the next technology solution.
Our additional alternative technological solutions is the utilization of ground robots and Robovans. Now, ground robots are an autonomous delivery method that can be used to deliver a customer's order through the staging area that could be in your back room of your store location.
Brian, remember we were talking about ground bots the other day? What do they do exactly? I can't remember. How many cameras do they have?
The ground robots are equipped with 9 cameras, two-way audio, and a GPS system. The cameras allow the ground robot to navigate the environment as it is processing the delivery. Now, in addition to that, although it is an autonomous delivery, there is oversight that can occur from a remote location by an individual. That individual can access the cameras and see what the robot sees. And it can also intervene in the case of needing to make an adjustment to make itself getting around an obstacle or an individual. Now, the two-way communication can also be utilized by the individual from the remote location in order to communicate with any individual that the robot may come into contact with. And the GPS system can also be utilized by the individual remotely as well as the customer in order to track where in the process the robot is located. Now, once the robot reaches its final destination, the consumer would have to enter a PIN from their mobile device and enter that into the ground robot in order to open the hatch to retrieve their product. Now, Starship Technologies is one of the leading designers of these ground robots that we're looking at today. They are currently being utilized throughout Europe and being tested today here in the United States. They are working through partnerships that they charge a flat fee for per delivery. So overseas, they are currently charging around 3.5 euros per delivery, approximately $3 US. However, through additional partnerships and additional technological advancements, they are looking to decrease this cost to be about $1 per delivery. In order to provide a better visualization of how the ground robots function and their interaction with the Robovans, let's watch this video.
Robovan, partnership between Starship Technologies and Mercedes-Benz Vans, creates the perfect synergy of transportation technologies for local delivery.
When the two transportation methods, robots and vans, converge into one, the result is the most efficient, cost-effective and convenient delivery system in the world.
The Robovan is a first-in-the-world transportation system that comprises of self-driving delivery robots developed by Starship Technologies and Mercedes-Benz vans that act as a mothership, and are configured to allow robots to enter and exit autonomously during delivery stops in the local neighborhood.
The mothership concept is the combination of the intelligent and innovative van with the smart and agile robots of Starships. It will really be a quantum leap when it comes to last mile logistics.
The specially adapted Mercedes-Benz vans stop in designated areas in the local neighborhood for loading and unloading of the local fleet of delivery robots. For delivery to be carried out as efficiently as possible, the best stop for the van is calculated based on the location and the status of all the robots within the area. The Robovan can hold 8 Starship delivery robots and has multiple baskets above the robots for storing the goods for that particular area. The robots autonomously drive into the van for loading by the driver. and once loaded, autonomously drive out the other side of the van for delivery to the customer. The loaded robots can thus be sent on their way as a free-floating robot fleet to deliver their cargo safely and reliably within a radius of up to 2 miles. In the future, the innovative cooperation between Starship Technologies and Mercedes-Benz vans will ensure quick, on-demand, and cost-effective delivery for consumers.
So whether you utilize the ground robots independently from your store in order to deliver within just a couple miles out to the consumer, or whether you combine that with the Robovan and deliver further out, this technology over the next 5 to 10 years is going to advance significantly and will become a cost-effective way to address the issues with the last mile.
The momentum towards online shopping is not going to stop, slow down, or go away. The way our customers shop has changed in one category or all. They want it now, they want it perfect, and they want it at their doorstep. Because we're not simply in the industry of selling food, but in the industry of serving our customers by making their lives easier, happier, healthier, and more convenient, we have to address the last mile challenge. We've presented 3 big ideas to you today. First, start thinking of your store as a distribution hub versus simply brick and mortar. The products that your customers want are already this far from them. Secondly, consider a partnership with a logistics expert or one of the emerging online retailers. Now, they may have just a sliver of market share now, but they're growing. And we have the established familiarity, comfort, and trust that they don't have. Online shopping is, And lastly, we've talked about some emerging technology where ground bots and automated vehicles, it's not science fiction, it's here. While the future of drones may be unknown, we do know that ground bots and Robovans will be readily available to help in the next 5 to 10 years. Online grocery shopping is forecasted to be $297 billion by 2021. Now, what will be in 2030 and onward? It's going to be huge. So we urge you to take action now. The retailers that do will be more successful, thus perceived as stronger vendor partners with the CPGs in this room. Think of your customers, think of your employees, and the communities that you serve. Thank you for your time today. We'll now open it up for questions.
Okay, I have a question. Do you think the Walmart model of order online and then pick up at the store has any viability, especially in this situation?
Repeat that question, sorry. I was trying to look for you where you were at.
Oh, sorry. I was just curious to know if you think that the Walmart model where you order online and then you go to the store yourself and then you as the customer go to the store yourself and pick it up. Do you think that's a viable alternative?
Yeah, we believe that is a viable way to do it. We see a lot of retailers, they're doing that as well, the whole click and collect. What we're referring to is the last mile as far as we're looking towards these robots here in 5-10 years that will be able to deliver to your future customer and make it more cost effective. So.
What is the weight capacity of a drone or the holding capacity of one of the robo delivery vehicles? In other words, how possible is it that somebody's full weekly shop could be delivered by one of those methods?
At this point, the weight capacity is 20 pounds. So right now, it probably wouldn't be able to carry an entire week load of groceries, but like we mentioned, the evolution of the product is advancing. So we're hopeful that it will increase, and as well as the range of the unit itself. It will be able to go beyond the 2 miles.
I'm really curious, and it's tangential, obviously, to your presentation here. Jeff Bezos is getting ready to have CPG companies come to Seattle and try to, I think it's a major threat to our industry as it relates to consumer packaging. And his premise is essentially that CPG companies spend $800 billion a year for packaging costs in our industry and in our supermarkets. My question, and again, it is tangential, just curious as to whether or not you did any research around that threat and what that could mean for our industry if he was successful in convincing CPG companies to come with different packaging for online and at-home delivery.
Yeah, so our research clearly states that the shopping, the consumers that are shopping nowadays are millennials, right? So they're not necessarily attached to a specific type of brand. That's why the private labels are going through the roof. But to answer to your question is the CPGs will continue to have that trust with the consumer. You know, you have a type of brand that millennial grew up on, and they will continue to want to have that trust throughout their children's lives as well. So necessarily we don't see that as a threat right now, but continue to grow those private label brands as we can continue to research that throughout our time as we were here at USC.